Welcome back, Earthlings, to Mr. Bones' Wild Rides. This is part 2 of my Tomb Raider 3 Remastered Restricted Modern Controls tutorial. This time, we're off to the most country in the world, the United States, specifically Lincoln County, Nevada. If you like this tutorial and want more like it, please subscribe, comment, do all the YouTube stuff, and without further ado, let's go. When we left off, we were using a conveniently placed grenade launcher to blow our friend Tony to smithereens. And as revenge, he attacks us with the earth! Look out! So, we can pick one of 3 locations here. Make sure you pick Nevada. As, spoiler alert, you lose all of your weapons in Nevada, and we need time to get all our stuff back. You're gonna slide down this slope, and you're gonna sprint across here. Be careful of the vultures who are going to mess you up when you do the next glitch. In your run, you shouldn't actually take time to kill them, but I'm going to now. And be careful of this rattlesnake right here. So we're going to do a shelf bug right here. Again, you want to make sure you're close to the edge of the side, but not quite, and jump forward and to the left. Like that. Just like in Tomb Raider 1, it's the same kind of thing. You're going to sprint up here, roll into the water. You're going to want to roll here, maybe a little bit here, but not too late, because then you'll roll across the gap. You're going to swim through here. I like to stay along the left side. Makes your lines a little bit shorter. Come over here. And now there are one of 2 different glitches that we can do here. We can do this more difficult one, which I would only try once, and then we can do the second one as a backup. So we're going to do what's called a flying corner bug. You're going to running jump at this dark spot right here at the very edge of the platform. You want to make sure to get the invisible spot, the invisible step. That, turn slightly like that, and grab at the last second. And you want to hit the corner of the platform like that. You kind of want to be at exactly a 45, maybe slightly more. You don't want to be too far in, like your angle to be too sharp, because then you won't slide along the wall, but you don't want to be too wide, because then you won't go into the corner enough. And then you would just, and you can use cam mode to like get a feel for like how it would look. And then you would just jump through this gap right here, like that. So the other glitch, if you don't make that, or if you just don't feel like doing that one, if you have trouble getting that glitch, is you're going to just jump in the water. Like, let's say you totally missed the flying corner bug. That's totally fine. You're going to do a water corner bug. So you're going to swim at a 45-degree angle into the wall like this. And you want to make sure that our hand is embedded into the wall. And then just swim forward, or like dive into the water, hold grab, tilt the camera downwards, and swim forward into the corner. Just like in Tomb Raider 1, it's the same kind of thing. And then you're gonna, no matter which way you got up, you're gonna come over here, and now we can do another one of 2 glitches. I'll show you the easier one first, and the more commonly done. We're gonna do a quap. Specifically a reverse quap. So you want to pull up here. You want to make sure you're all the way in the corner. But you don't want to be too far in the corner like that. You're going to be a little bit too far to the left if you do that. I'm going to like wiggle into the corner like that. Pull up. You're going to do 2 frame buffers forward and to the right. Like this. And then you're going to hold look and side step to the left twice. Then you're going to roll, tap forward twice, and now we're going to save, and we're going to do a single walking step forward, run and jump, and you're going to run and jump like that. So that's kind of what it is. I'll break it down a little bit more. That's kind of what it looks like. I'll break down the second part a little bit better. So you want to run and jump. You want to run until you come off of this platform right here, till you step onto the sand. And then you want to turn slightly to the right. I like to use that as a visual. And jump as soon as you hit the sand. And then you should start quapping backwards. And then you want to angle yourself into the ceiling at that angle. And you can kind of see into the ceiling, like the angle that you have to hit. So I'll show you again. It's kind of a 45-degree angle like that, and you want to make sure you're all the way in the corner. It's going to take a lot of practice to get right. And I'll show you the other one as well. And this one is also brand new. This one's brand new. People don't usually do it in runs, as it's fairly inconsistent, but you should be able to get it with plenty of practice. I like to come up here, light a flare, make sure your right foot is aligned with the platform on the right. You're gonna jump and turn to the right, and then crouch down. You should pop out a little bit. In that case, you drop your flare. You come into this corner. Make sure you, like, wiggle a little bit. You want to be, like, halfway on the sand, halfway off the sand. Jump up, and then you want to turn your camera 45 degrees front and to the right. Like this. I like to use that corner as a reference. You want to crouch down, grab your flare. You should embed into the wall. And you want a pretty deep embed here. You want to come up. Her legs should be all the way into the wall. Pull out your guns and turn. Push forward when she's more than halfway into the wall, and you should pop up. Again, I'll show you. So you want it to be like that. Notice her right leg. Jump up, turn, crouch, drop your flare, run forward, turn again, crouch, grab your flare, embed, pull out your guns, turn. You should be like there, pull out your guns, and go. You can do another glitch here to pull up, which is called a step bug. I don't really think it's worth it unless you can get it, like, right away. Otherwise, what I would do is just pull up. I'll show you the step bug, though, just so you can get, you know, a little bit more of a feel for it. I wouldn't recommend doing the step bug. So you want to embed Lara's right foot into the step so that she's, like, popping out of the stair. Like, or until she's sinking into the stair, sorry. Like that. Pull out your guns and go forward and to the right. And you want to sprint off here, jump off the slope, and then sprint all the way to the level exit. You can flare cancel this. Watch out for the rattlesnakes. Then you're going to, for this jump, you're going to walk all the way into the corner right here. I like to align Lara's head with this fence post. That's the fourth one away from the wall. Hop back, take one step forward, and then just do a regular running jump and grab. And then pull up. Again, it's the fourth fence post from the right side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And for all of that work, you're treated with a 30-second unskippable cutscene. So, what you're gonna do is you're gonna jump to into the window, and then you're gonna jump towards the door, and you're gonna sprint. Jumping into the window opens the door. You're gonna run over here, And we're going to do another crawling crack bug. Again, you can soft lock here, so be careful. This is the way I like to do it. You can do either method that you like. Again, you can do this way. Doesn't really matter. So then you're going to do a regular crack bug while turning right and grabbing. Gonna sprint over here. Make sure you jump on the right side of this block. And grab. Pull up. You're gonna come over here. I like to use this light to know when to stop sprinting. Jump. Pull the lever. And then take one step into the barbed wire. Jump and grab. And roll. Then you're going to sprint and immediately stop sprinting. Fake grab. And this should manipulate the RNG just a little bit for this guy, because you want him to stay at that end of the room. Looks like I got bad RNG, but that's okay. You want to pull the lever and come around here. You want to stay right here. We're gonna do, you want to wait for him to come around onto the tile that the door is on. And then you want to save and load twice. So there he is, and now you're going to save and load twice. After the first load, you should notice blood coming out of him. That means you're doing it right. Yep, there it is. And now you save and load one more time, and he dies. Now you're going to take the biggest key card in the universe, and you're going to insert it into the reader. You want to be kind of fast with this, because there is another security guard behind you. I'm going to turn around this way, go into the bathroom. Push this button. Now we're going to do... This jump is kind of tricky. What you want to do is pop up here. You want to get the invisible step, jumping from this block up in there. It's a very low ceiling, so you want to jump at the last minute and then late grab. Then jump early over this pipe. Pull this lever. Security guard just died because the room filled with water. And then going to swim over here and pull out. You're gonna grab here. And you want to be really careful here. When you drop, you want to jump immediately, because you can catch fire there. I'm going to crouch and grab this medkit. And now we're going to use it, because we want to be full health for this next trick. We're going to roll through this fan. So you're going to pull up here, tap forward once, you can save, you're going to crouch down, and you're going to roll forward. Just like that. It shouldn't kill you, as long as you're full health. You're going to use another medkit. Now we're going to do another glitch. You want to save here, because if you mess this one up, you have to start over. I'm going to make sure you're all the way on the left side. Pull up. Roll forward. Go onto your hands and knees. You're going to walk, turn to the left. Reset your view, and then you're going to do like a one-frame tap to the right. Then you're going to start going forward and crouching. You should disappear. And then you want to hold down for just a second, and then start tapping crouch. It should pull you forward. The camera should go into the crawl space, and that means you did it right. And you're going to go over here. You're going to corner bug here. You can use the ladder as a visual. If you go through the corner in the crawl space, or if you start going a different direction, that means you did the glitch wrong and you have to start over. Oop. Again, line up with the ladder. Just jump straight up and down. It should be about 4 jumps. Grab this medkit, and we're gonna run up here. There's gonna be another security guard up here. You're gonna jump up on the box. You're gonna jump around this corner. Make sure to jump over these lasers. If you touch the lasers, you have to start over. It's all of the machine guns activate, and you're just dead. You're gonna come down here. You're gonna jump over here. You're gonna wait for the guy to go, hey. piece of hay. You're gonna go over here, and you want to sprint as fast as you can to open this button right here. Open this door, and then sprint into the hallway towards the guy, away from this ledge right here. You don't want to be on this ledge, because it's gonna make the prisoners take so long to kill the security guard. Like, I'm talking literal minutes. And pick up your little goodies, and then head over here. Head over to Bay E. I'm gonna come over here. I'm going to put the security tag in here. Jump around the corner. Roll down this slope. Jump over the wall. Pull the lever. And the security guard should die from the laser. Reset your camera, and then just jump over it. Go through this hallway. And I believe this next drop takes half your health. It takes like a third to half your health. So just make sure you have... That should be good, I believe. But I healed just in case. Yeah, it takes about half your health. Gonna go down here. As long as you're on the... As long as you're close to the wall, you should be okay. Swim through here. You notice that you're not going to get sucked into the fan because you skipped a flip map that turned the current on. And go this way. Pick up the flares. Pull the lever. At the top of this ramp, these pickups are easy to miss, so just be aware that they're there. But you also don't have to pick them up. These pickups are like if you feel like you need them. So normally in this room, what you would do is you would pull out here, jump over this laser, but what we can do instead is go into this wall seam right here, where this ramp meets this wall. You can just swim into that seam. Just like this. Just swim straight into that seam. And you'll go right through. And then just keep going. Pull out on the left side. Go through this little crawl space. And you're going to go around the front. Don't worry about going up the boxes, because for some reason we can also just run through this glass. I think it has something to do with the flip maps as well. Because we can pull out our inventory, so it's not like a zombie glitch or anything like that. Gonna grab your goodies, don't worry about the pistols, you don't need them. You literally don't need your pistols for the rest of the run. If you touch the green lasers, don't worry. Hit your head on the ceiling there to cancel the stumble. Now we're going to go over here, and we're going to do a rolling corner bug. So you want to be like you're going to do a shelf bug. I like to align Lara's head with the little panel on the side of the wall, if you can kind of see that. Like this little panel right here. Then you want to turn Lara so that a little bit past the corner, like there. Turn her, and then roll. And then pull out your Desert Eagle and shoot the guy. He drops the security tag. Make sure, you really want to make sure he doesn't die on this yellow laser. If he does, it's fine, it's whatever. It's just going to drain your health as you pick up the security tag. Then from this middle step, you're going to swan dive to the ground, hitting your head on the ceiling. Like this. And you won't take any damage. It has to be done from that middle step. If you do it from the bottom step or the upper step, I think, you will just die. It has to be that middle step. Then you're gonna run through here, all the way around. I'm gonna run in here, and since we have a bit of health to spare, we're gonna go over to these boxes. We're gonna go in here and pick up some Desert Eagle ammo and a med kit. And we're gonna go inside the truck. And that truck is gonna take us to Area 51. Gonna exit the truck. Gonna go around to the left. Don't worry about the guy. Push the button. And get into the crawl space before the guy can mess you up too much. There's a medkit in here if you want. You're going to jump here, pull up, and roll through. And you're going to your right. Be careful of the laser. The laser doesn't do too much damage, but you don't want to take unnecessary damage. For this guy, you want to pull up, get on your hands and knees, and just crawl forward once, go up, and then roll twice. And then get up. And then it's a race to the end of the room. You have to beat him to the end of the room. And you did it. So then you jump over these lasers, and around the corner. You have to leave all this, at least that first security guard alive, to be able to do these glitches, I believe. At least in glitchless you do. It's generally faster too anyway. Then you're gonna pull this lever. Go down this trapdoor. Gonna go in here. There's some Desert Eagle ammo in here. Pick it up if you like. Gonna grab the flare. And you're gonna go over here to this trapdoor. This trapdoor will fall out from under you when you go over it. You don't even have to stand up. Over here. Go into this crawl space because there's a med kit. Go into this crawl space. And sprint around the corner. And you are going to be ambushed by a bunch of guards with guns. You're going to pull this lever, across the hall, and go into the crawl space. Try without taking too much damage. You want to try to not take too much damage. Then you want to get out your Desert Eagle, and run all the way up this ramp, making a right at the intersection. You're going to shoot the guy at the end, and then jump across the gap, making sure to jump halfway across the last block to clear the fence. And then you're gonna do a glitchless glitch into the fence. Just like we did in Temple Ruins. Don't even worry about this disc pickup, we don't need it. Gonna get another one later. Remember, align with the wall scene, turn as you're falling, and roll. Then we're gonna do a new glitch, we're gonna do a flare embed. So you're going to pull out a flare, and you want to turn a little bit to your left so that the flare is just sticking out of the wall, the flare in your hand. You see that? And then you want to pull out your gun to drop it, and you want to turn the camera slightly to the front, but also all the way to the left, or all the way to the side. Like that. And you want to crouch, grab your flare, and also pull out your guns at the same time. And she should start picking up the flare and dropping it. Then you want to go on your hands and knees, turn into the wall so that the backpack disappears. At least the big pocket on the backpack is disappeared. And then you go up out of the crawl. As long as you get a nice deep embed, you should be okay. Again, watch out for the lasers. If you take a nick from them, that's fine. Those are really the only hazard in this level. Are the lasers. You don't really take a lot of enemy damage in this level. At least until the very end. Kill this guy. This guy might not see you. If he doesn't see you, consider yourself lucky. If he does see you, that's totally fine. Just kill him. He takes two deagle shots. It's whatever. Gonna go over here and go into this trapdoor. You can fake grab this. I just didn't. Go over here, and you're gonna go down this ladder right here. And you're gonna go up this ramp. This part's all about sprint management. It takes about a jump and a half for your sprint meter to refill. Remember, don't touch these lasers, it'll set off machine guns. Then we're gonna do another crawling crack bug. So there's really only one way to do this. I found that works really well. If you try to do the get on your hands and knees and walk turn, you'll typically end up soft walking, like no matter what angle you pick. So what I found works better is if you just turn the camera and wiggle, then you should be fine. Then we're gonna go over here around the corner and put the disc in that you picked up from the guard with the gun. And then you're gonna go up into the UFO. We're gonna crawling corner bug right here. Yeah, right here. And that makes another guard spawn. So you just want to be really careful to jump up here. And you're going to roll right here and pick up your element 115, and then you're done. And that's Nevada. You've successfully completed Nevada. Make sure to join me next time when we tackle London. You can either do London or you can do South Pacific first. It doesn't really matter. I personally do London next. That's just the route that I take. It really doesn't matter. But in the meantime, join me in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this one. Have a wonderful night, and remember, Thrive never ends. Goodbye.